All right, I think we'll get started. We'll kick it off here today. First and foremost, welcome. Good afternoon. Thank you all for joining us here today. We are here today with Li Fan from UC Berkeley MBA program. And this is our second session in our Berkeley Business Bootcamp. I'll share the registration link for tomorrow's session, and I'll share the video recording from the last session if you're interested in joining for either of those. But we're so happy to have Li Fan here today with us, talking through building out your e-commerce website. Before we get started, I just wanted to share, if you have any questions that pop up throughout the presentation, please feel free to use the Q&A functionality here in Zoom to ask your question. If you're joining us through Zoom here, you can also use the chat functionality to introduce yourself, let us know a little bit about you, who you are, who your business is, where you're at, just so we can get to know each other a little bit here today. I also want to do a little brief introduction about Pacific Community Ventures. Li Fan, if you can switch to the next slide. Yep. Thank you. So if you're not familiar with us, we're a nonprofit based out of Oakland, California, but we support small businesses across the country through our free business advising program. We connect small business owners with advisors to help them through a variety of different opportunities and challenges within their business. So if you're not part of our business advising program and you would like to be, I will follow up after this webinar with an email that includes kind of some information on how you can sign up. And as part of our business advising program, aside from connecting you with advisors to help with your individual needs, we love to offer these webinar experiences to just provide some additional support in a variety of different areas. So I'll share out with you again after this webinar, I'll share out with you our webinar calendar that has our complete listing of webinar offerings. All right, so now I'd love to pass it over to Li Fan if you'd like to introduce yourself briefly and then kick us off.
All right, thank you, Morgan, and hello, everyone. My name is Li Fan Wang. Today I'm going to talk about how to build your e-commerce website. Before we start, I just want to talk a little bit about myself. I'm a computer science major, graduated from UCLA, and then after that, I joined Amazon as a software engineer for like 4 years, and then I joined Berkeley as an MBA student. So yeah, that's pretty much about myself. So talking about the topic today. So today I'm going to talk about why should I build an e-commerce website, and then follow that, talk about which platform should I choose, and then at the end, talk about how I can build an e-commerce website. And it's actually very easy. You don't need to write any code. But yeah, let's just get started. So first, I'd like to share like some reasons why why people should build an e-commerce website. First, the first reason is sell. So having a e-commerce website will give you the opportunity, to reach out and offer your products and service to customers around the world. So, regardless of the distance and time zone, and customer will enjoy the round-the-clock convenience of being able to purchase, and then they can shop online 24/7, which they cannot do in an offline store. And also, right now we have this pandemic, and less people are shopping offline, which means if you are moving your product online, it will give you more exposure and increase your sale. So the next reason is actually about branding. Setting up a e-commerce website, gaining fresh customers through search, and tapping into new online markets. The end result is increased brand awareness. more people will be aware of your company and its product and interested in buying it. And a successful e-commerce website can actually have a snowballing effect. As more people share and spread your site and products, brand awareness grows exponentially. And also you can easily change the content on the website so that you can easily convey the message of your brand to the customers. And lastly, you can easily get feedback from customers. If you are like selling stuff offline, a customer needs a pencil and a paper to write down their feedback. But if you sell things online, everything is easier. And you can also gather data from these a whole bunch of data analysis tool, which can help you improve your business. And lastly, it's very easy. You don't really need to have to write code like I do. All those platforms can help you build an e-commerce website, and all you need to do is to type a few words, click on a few buttons, and that's it. You can do it in 30 minutes. And later in the presentation, I'll show you how to do it. So as I mentioned, there are a lot of different e-commerce building platforms that can help you build a website without writing any code. Here I listed a couple of them, including Wix, Shopify, Ecommerce, WooCommerce, Eclid, and Volution. I personally tried most of them, and most of them are easy to use. And it really depends on your business to select one of those platforms. So here, I did some research and gathered some information about those different website building platforms. So first, speaking of the price, most of the e-commerce websites have the basic pricing plan, which is around $20-ish, $30. And then they have an advanced plan, which have less restriction and more advanced features. So I would encourage you to try the basic plan first. And then if you feel like it, and you need the feature, then you promote to the more advanced pricing plan. And for the next two columns, we have pros and cons. Those are really subjective. And it really depends on your business. So for example, the big e-commerce, one of the advantage is that it does not limit the number of products you sell on the website, but the basic plan restricted the total number of sales. So you can only sell up to 50,000 per year. Whereas for Eclid, you can sell, there isn't a restriction on the sale. So you can sell like 50K, 100K, whatever, but it limits the number of products. So I'm not going to cover all of those pros and cons because those are really subjective, but you can feel free to take a look at the table and make your own judgment based on your business.
And we'll share this out after the webinar as well. I'll send a follow-up email with the presentation so you can take a look at this and kind of think of through these pros and cons for yourself and for your own business afterwards as well. And while we are here, we had one question pop up that asking, which would you recommend for food e-commerce sites?
Well, I think there are a couple of them that should be good. Actually, the example that I'm going to give is about a bakery store. So it's built by Shopify. I found this pretty easy, so maybe you can try that. But I also highly encourage you to try different platforms as well. Like because all of them, like most of them have free trial. and you can try them for free to see if you like the layout of the website, to see if they are easy to use, easy to understand, and find the one that fits you the most. But afterward, I'll share an example about like how to build a website of a bakery store.
Perfect, thank you.
Right, so the last part is a free trial. So as you can see, most of these platform have a 14 days free trial, which means you can play with it for 14 days. So don't hesitate to play with them without any fees, and try different themes. All platforms have different themes, different layouts, colors and designs. So maybe you're really into some of those and you want to stick with that. Okay, moving on to the next one. So according to Google Trend, the most popular ones are Shopify and Wix. And then the rest of them are pretty new. So not a lot of people are using them, but I personally tried all of them. And I feel like all of them are really easy to use. I think except maybe one or two of them. I mentioned it previously in the table, so you can take a look. And then today I'm going to give you an example about how to build an e-commerce on Shopify, but just want to clarify that I don't work for Shopify at all. I just found it because it's most popular one, and we only have time for like one example, so I just build that site on Shopify. But the steps are kind of similar. So if you follow my steps, you probably can just build your e-commerce website on any of those platforms. So how? So before I actually go into this slide, I'd like to share you the website that I built before we actually talk about how. So let me share my screen again with my browser to kind of give you an overview. So Morgan, can you see my screen? Perfect. So this website is something that I built early November, so like half months ago. I spent less than 1 hour, and you can see how it looked like. We have a pretty good nav bar here, followed by like a welcome message, something about my brand, and there could be some merchandising content here, and then we have something that we want to sell, like in the middle, and then customer review, galleries, a footer, and also like all those related icons. And if you go to the catalog, you can see like all the product that we sell. Of course, those are fake, but if you, for example, click on one of them, you can see there's like a bread. We can, add to cart, and it shows up on the card. And you can see I previously added a couple of other things in the card. So once I click on checkout, I'm ready to go. So this is something that I built within 1 hour, and today I'm going to show you how to do that. So let me share my PowerPoint again.
And one question just popped in. You may cover it in your how-to, but the question is, does the site allow you to add all of those payment options directly?
Yeah, like the payment option actually is integrated with the platform. So I didn't specifically do anything, set up anything about payment, but the platform just handle it for me. So that's I think one of the advantage of those platforms. So they have a lot of great integration of those payment method, delivery method, the data analysis tool that you can leverage without additional effort.
Thank you.
Thanks for the question. That's a great question. So speaking of how to do it, I'm going to talk about the must-have first, followed by improvement, followed by, some follow-up like metrics and tools. So yeah, let's get started. So first, let's talk about setup account. I have video here. So I have a couple of recording. Those are like a real recording past like half months ago that I did all of them. So if you follow the steps, I'm pretty sure you can do the exactly same website as I did. So let's start. So as you can see, we are at Shopify's homepage, shopify.com. We click on start free trial on the top corner. And here we enter the email address, password, and then the store name. So my store name, I will call it My Bakery. My store is taken. So I was thinking maybe my store 1104 because that's the day I record the video. So create the store. It takes a little bit less than 1 minute. So let's wait a little bit. It's pretty fast. So now you see we have like a questionnaire. So my suggestion here is be honest because the platform will help you set up your website based on those information. So the first question, are you ready selling? Yes, I'm ready. I own a bakery store. Not just online because I was previously sell offline. And then I'm ready to go. Oh, maybe no, in a few weeks. How do you want to sell both online and in person? And we're in person at market and fairs because it's a bakery. And what is your current revenue? I would say 50K to 5K to 50K. And which industry? I think I chose grocery at the end, but I didn't mean it, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I was supposed to choose food. Maybe it will give me another template, but doesn't matter that much. And then we have some personal information about the address. So I'm not going to show you like that part, but after we finish this personal information, we just click on enter my store and we're all set. So very easy. Okay, so moving on to the next one. So after we set up the account, the first thing that we want to do is to add our products. And how do we add our products? I have a video here. So let's say here is the blank website after we set up an account. So we have like a homepage, a catalog, like those are already set up by the platform. So I didn't do anything. But as you can see, all those contents are placeholders. So what we want to do here is to change those placeholders into real content. So this is the homepage that you will see after you set up your account. You have a whole bunch of different options on the left. Sorry. Whole bunch of different options on the left. And then you would need to choose products, all products, and then click on add products. And here, we add a title first. I would call it Brand 1, which is the first brand. And then the description is something that will show up under the title. So here I said, this is Brand 1, this is really good. We can change the text, the color, the font. So here I changed it to orange, I think, because it looks like the color of the bread. So yeah, here we go. And then in the media, we want to upload our image of the product. So here I have an image already here in my disk. And then moving on to the price. Here we have actually two prices, right? One is price, the other one is compare at price. So actually I did it wrong here. So the compare at price should be the original price. And the price here is the final price. So the price you want to sell to the customers. So let's see if I fix it. Okay, I fix it. And then cost per item, let's say $2, and it will help you manage the profit margin and also help you manage the tax. And then for inventory, we just enter the SKU and the barcode of the product. Like each product needs to have a different unique SKU. So if you click on track quantity, you can the system will help you track the quantity, like how many left in your inventory. And then for the shipping, let's say the bakery is a physical product, and let's say the weight is 1 pound, and it will help us set up the delivery method and cost. And for the custom information, this is for international sale, so I'm going to skip this time. And then the variant, this is interesting. So I'm selling a bread, but the bread can have like different material. So I can have a red bean one and a chocolate one. and then we can have different colors. You know, let's say we have a red one, we have a yellow one. No, red. Yes. Okay. So we can change the price and quantity for different variants, but like overall, they will show up in the same detail page. So customer will need to click into the image and then change the options. I will show that example afterward. And then we need to change the quantity here on the above because it will not automatically justify that. And then the last one is search engine listing preview. I want to talk a little bit about this one because this is what we call SEO. So this product, if we search on Google or other search engine, it will look at this one if you do not specifically set it up. But here you see that bread one is not a good name for people to see it on Google. So I changed the title to 1104 bread one so that customer will know that, oh, this bread is sold by 1104, which can increase my branding power. And if we scroll back, here we have a product status. Remember to change it to active if you want to publish it. Otherwise, people will never see it. So this is like a common mistake people make. And then product type, you can see it, like, let's say food, and then tags. We can also enter like food, so that people can filter by food. And then let's click on save. Yeah, don't forget to click on save. Otherwise, you're like, it will not reflect on the page. So now if we refresh the page, there's nothing here because the product is still in draft mode. So let's change it to active and then save. Excuse me. And then refresh the page again. So now you see our product shows up on the page.
have a name, a title, you have the price, and then if we click on it, you have the different variants. The material, you can see that the price change according to the material and also the color. And if we add to cart, successfully add to cart, and the description is here. So this is how you will need to add your product to the website, which I think is really straightforward. Just if you are missing anything, just follow my video, and I'm pretty sure you'll successfully finish it. And also, I want to talk about the collection here. So collection is actually the way you group, another way you group a different products together, so that you can put this group of products on the page to present to the customers.
We have a couple questions that came in. Maybe now's a good time to pause and take those.
Yep.
Okay. The first question we had was, can I still use my domain name with Shopify?
Actually, I tried that. It depends on where you buy your domain. You may have to migrate your domain or not based on the provider of your original domain.
And then can I still have selected advertising and marketing partners as part of shaping my brand image?
For that, I'm not 100% sure, but I do know that Shopify and other platforms have integrated with a bunch of marketing companies and marketing tools. So maybe the partner that you were working with have integrated with Shopify or other platforms, so that you can migrate and easily migrate it to the new website.
The next question we have is from Christine. If you are selling original items, how do you handle shipping the products? Contract with UPS or FedEx to pick up at your location?
I think it's handled by the platform itself. So for me, in the website, I didn't really specifically set up the delivery method, but I think it's something platform already provided. Maybe we can go over it after, if we have time at the end of this presentation.
Yeah, and if there's any information that you find after the fact, if you want to share it with me, I can share it out with everybody later tonight or tomorrow when I follow up with additional information.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah. And then the last one we have in here for right now is Jasmine's current website is through Wix. Would you recommend I continue to use this for my second site, which will be the e-commerce site?
Well, I think Wix is pretty good. Actually, I tried it. It's really good. But again, I want to highly encourage you to try different websites, because they are similar, but they also have different features and focus. Like Shopify right now is the most popular one, which means it have a different integration of different tools that you can leverage. So just use a free trial and try it out and see if that fits your use case.
Yeah, and I'd imagine if the current website's through Wix, there may be some compatibilities if you continue with that.
Right.
But
right.
To your point, if you try other things, then maybe there are some additional features or pros and cons that you appreciate in different sites. So yeah, those free trials, that sounds like it'll be key.
Right.
All right, that's all the questions we had for right now. So if you want to continue, that's great.
Okay. So we successfully added our product, and then let's take a look at how we can build our storefront. And by the way, Before I built my storefront, I actually designed the logo myself. And I found that there's one tool that is really easy to use, which is called Canva. So maybe you can try that, but it's just like a personal suggestion, which I found is really easy to use to create a logo. Okay. So let's review what we have right now. We have a bunch of products. I added them offline myself. And we can filter by food. You can see that it only shows the items with a food tag. But then going back to the homepage, we still see those blank template, which is not what we want. So let's see how we can make them fit our theme and business. So what we do is click on home, scroll down, customize theme, and you can also access to this part by, click on the online store and underneath under themes. There are a whole bunch of different themes. There are several free ones, and the other ones are paid. So you may need to explore which one gets you the most. So we click on customize. I'm just going to use the same template here. So here we're at this page, the template page. It's really intuitive. On the left, there are different components. On the right, all those components are matching those real content. So the header, you can see it's right here, and the image with text overlay is image with text overlay. And then the next one, image with text, matches image with text. So you basically know which part you are actually editing. So let's try header first. So looking at the header, I think first, I want my logo on my header to increase the brand awareness. And then also, I think I want to add more page in the menu because right now we only have home and catalog. Maybe I want something like a blog or news to, engage more customers. So let's see how we can do it. So here, logo image, we just select it, upload it, select the image and select. Really straightforward, nothing else. We can change the logo size by simply dragging the button. And then for the menu, we click on add the menu. It takes us to the navigation page. And then here we click on add menu item. The name, let's say I want to add a blog. And the link is actually the link of the page. You can actually have different pages on your website. So let's say right now we have a news page. We just link it here. All set, click on add. And then do not forget to click on save. I don't think I think I forgot, but let's say, yeah, fix it, nice. And then right now it's not reflecting, but after we refresh the page, it will reflect on our template. And the announcement, we can actually add an announcement on the very top of our website. So let's say we are closed for today. So I would encourage you put the most important message on the announcement because it's on the very top of the website and it will draw customers' attention right away. And make sure to use a bright color or like a color with large contrast with the background. So I say here, I change the color to red. Oh, no. This looks really bad. I think I'm going to change it back. I don't like the color at all. It doesn't fit my feeling of the whole website. So, and then you can see that the blog is here. And then the next step is to change the image with text overlay. So again, we upload some image. Here I have a pretty high resolution image here because this image is gonna be pretty huge. So we upload it, click on select, and I want to add some text here. You know, maybe like a welcome message would be nice. Welcome to my store 1104. Okay, and then the description, you just keep, you know, emphasize what we are, what we sell. So here I entered, we sell the, you know, the best bread in the world, I think. And we can also add a button link here, but I'm going to skip this time. And now we have pretty good marketing campaign at the beginning. And then for the second part, I like to talk a little bit about my brand. So I'll put my large logo here, and then sorry, I think I misclicked. And then heading about our store, and then some description. So I'll simply skip some of those steps because those are really similar. You just upload the image, click on it, and then add the text here. It's really simple. And you can see here, it's very similar. We just, you know, click on the content, select the image, upload, select, and then edit the text. Very repetitive and easy. I'll just skip this one. And then here, we see this featured collection. This is what I mentioned, how we can use the collections when we add the products. So we can choose our collection and put the collection here. So we click on featured collection, select collection. So right now we only have one, which is called homepage. And in homepage, we only have one product, which is our bread one. So let's select this one. And we can change the number of rows, number of product per row. And very simple. And then we have another image. I don't really want another image. So let's say we just click on the dot on the right, and then remove selection. So we completely remove that component on the page. For testimony, we just have customer reviews here. And then gallery, we just, again, put images here. And I think for the second image, I actually added a link on the image. So say here, for the second image, oops. I copied the link here and paste it under the link. And then you can see that the image was darkened and it's become clickable. So I think after we added the last image, we're all set with the storefront. So let's click on save and see what we have. And of course, footers, you can have different footers, you know, but I think right now it looks good to me. So click on save, and then let's go back to our store. So as we can see, we have a nice looking store right now. And the image, as I said, is clickable. If we click on it, we are redirected to the Bradford page. And then blog, it's empty because it's a news page. We didn't do anything to this page. So yeah, that's it for the storefront and the page, the theme. So the next topic is to talk about some improvement, including the title, the logo, and the domain. So let's see what kind of improvement we can make to our website. So now we have like a fully functional website right now. People can already purchase on our website after I paid my fee. Because I'm using free trial, customers are not able to shop right now, but we have all the other functionalities that enable me to sell my stuff. So the first thing I want to talk about is the color, the theme. So as you can see, we have text color, border color, and background. You can change the style of your website by changing those three colors, but it looks good to me, so I'll just keep it there. And then we click on typography. You can change it, the font. Let's say I change this one for the title, and then have another one for the body. And then every text on the website will be changed. So really easy. And then favicon. Favicon is the logo actually on the tab of the browser. So you can see that right now we have like this, like a circle or Earth logo here. But what we want is to put our real logo on this tab. So we just upload the image, select it, put it under the favicon. And then should be all set. There are other options. For example, you can change the layout of the checkout page, which I'm going to skip for this time. So let's save it and then refresh the page. So we have our logo here on the tab. And another thing I want to change, I think, is the domain. So right now, you can see that it's mystore1104.myshopify.com. I want to get rid of .myshopify, which is annoying to see my Shopify in the domain. So I can buy a new domain here. And then it really depends on what domain you want to buy. So for example, if I want to buy 1104bakery.com, it's $14 per year, which is pretty good, But if you want to buy something more popular, it might get really expensive. So you can just, play with the domain and see if there's anything you like and within your budget. But here, I'm not going to buy it because I don't have a actual bakery store. And then in preference, we have title and meta description. So here, the homepage title will show up on the tab here. So as you can see, my store 1104 doesn't look really well, to be honest. So maybe I want to make it capitalized to make it look better. And also the description. So both the title and the description will show up, will impact your store's search result. So make sure that you modify this part and enable customer to see the best description title in like Google or Bing or other search engine. So let's click on save, refresh the page. And yeah, ta-da, my store 1104. And the last thing I want to talk about improvement is discount. So here we see there are two options, discount code and automatic discounts. So discount codes is obviously just discounts we use on the website, and then automatic discounts are just those like 80% off some products. So I think this time we're going to create a discount code. So click on create discount code, and then here is a name. Let's call it winter sale. It's November. And then type, let's say percentage. It can also be like fixed amount, free shipping, buy X get Y. Really depends on what you want. So whole bunch of different options. And then discount value, let's say 20%. And then applies to, I'll probably just apply to the homepage collection. I don't want to apply to all my product. And the minimum requirement, normally we'll set up like, a minimum requirement for people to use a discount code. And then customer eligibility, we can select everyone, specific group, or specific customers. Here, we select everyone, usage limit, 1 per user. And then activity date, let's say we set it to up to one day. So, and we have like a summary on the right, which is very nice. You don't have to scroll up and down. So let's click on save, and that's it. The code is created, and it will be activated according to the time you just set up. But here I cannot demo it because I haven't really paid the basic pricing plan, so I cannot actually check out. But if I actually paid for it, it will successfully apply my discount code during the checkout process. So that's it for the improvement. And then the last topic here are the tools and metrics. I just want to quickly go over all the tools and metrics on the Shopify platform. So before that, let's just review what we have. We have like nice looking storefront. We have a catalog with our products. We can filter all the products by food or drink. And we've already added something to the cart. So basically all set. And then for the tools, actually, if we click on the analytics, there are several different metrics here, which are really useful, including, total sale, online store session, returning customer rate, total order, average order value. Everything is on automatically generated by the platform. So that's one thing that I mentioned previously about the benefit by having an e-commerce website. And we have the report option as well. And also we have a live view, which is really cool. It can show us, how many people are visiting the store right now. And we are example here. I'm the only one. And my address was set up in the middle of the United States. So it actually shows up that I'm here. So it's really useful. It can help you, manage your marketing and, customer targeting.
Do you know if Shopify is the only one that provides that live tool, or do any of the other suggestions of platforms that you shared have that live functionality, that live tool functionality?
Well, for that, I actually don't know, because for other platform, I just simply add some product and build a website, but I didn't dive deep into the tools. I'm pretty sure they should have the basic dashboard and reports, but I'm not sure if they have the live view. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm open for questions, and also if you are interested, you can go to this link. This is the store that I just presented. The password is IANGUB. You can just take a look. The website expires today, so it's the last day you can see that website. But yeah, if you're interested, just take a look. All right, thanks.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to drop that here in the chat. My store 1104. If anyone wants to go and to view that later today. We do have one question that came in asking, how do you improve the SEO of your e-commerce site?
So there are actually a couple of different practices to improve your SEO. So one of the most obvious one is that for each item or each page, you have a specific SEO, so that it's not like a generic one, and customer can realize what the page is doing, and it will help like Google and other crawlers to crawl your website. Other than that, it's all about like marketing, right? So actually, Vishal from yesterday, I think he covers something related to the SEO. So I think Morgan, if you have the link to that presentation, we can share it to the audience as well.
Yeah, I'll drop that link in the chat.
Yeah, SEO is actually an interesting topic. Like even Amazon, sometimes we scroll up SEO, and on the Google, it shows up really bad. So you want to pay attention to SEO.
All right, do we have any other questions? We have a few more minutes here with Lifan here today. Feel free to drop your questions in the Zoom chat box or the Q&A box. We'll wait another minute. I'm also going to drop in the chat box the registration link for tomorrow's webinar. We have one last webinar in our Berkeley Business Bootcamp series, and it's talking about cost and profitability analysis. So I'll include the registration link in there if you'd like to join us again tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm not seeing any more questions. I'm seeing lots of thanks and appreciation for you, Lifan. Thank you so much for sharing all this knowledge and for walking us through that demo. I will share, like I mentioned, I will share out the recording from today, as well as the presentation from today, which has all of those recordings that Leifan walked through, as well as that the pros and cons chart as you're looking to apply those pros and cons to you and your business. So I'll share all that out with you later this evening or tomorrow, so you'll have all of that information as well. Thank you all so much for joining us, and thank you, Leifan, for spending your evening with us.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Have a great night.